Singapore is well known for its economic miracles since independence, a meteoric rise in the standard of living for Singaporeans with clean streets, affordable housing, and green city. But what does this economic success mean for the happiness of our youth? To answer this question, we will consider both economic and non-economic contributors to youth happiness in Singapore. There are 4 economic factors to happiness. First, absolute income. Second, relative income. Third, perceived mobility and inequality. And last, employment status. Under absolute income, there is economic wealth and GDP, family household income, and personal income. Research has shown that the rich are generally happier than the poor. That is generally true between countries. Some of the world's happiest countries have high GDP per capita, and most of the least happy are very poor. Research has also shown that for every 40,000 earned a year, heartbeat is 1 beat slower per minute. This is generally true as higher income translates to higher purchasing power for goods and services required in the production of happiness. 2016 National Youth Survey, the household income was found to have a positive correlation with youth happiness. Personal income has a positive and significant correlation for the happiness of youth working full-time. According to the Easterlin paradox, once society gets richer, they care more about relative income, so satisfaction becomes stagnant despite GDP growth. In Singapore, satisfaction levels among Singaporean youth have remained stagnant despite growth. This reflects the diminishing marginal utility of income. If you have zero income and then gain $100 a week, this $100 will improve your living standards significantly. However, if you already gain $500 a week, an extra $100 has a proportionately smaller increase in utility. Inequality could have different effects on happiness depending on the perception of social mobility and the economic status of the respondents. For example, Americans perceived high social mobility, and those who were rich perceived a high chance of their offspring moving down the social ladder. And therefore, a higher income inequality was associated with a much lower expected economic status for their children, implying lower levels of happiness. On the other hand, Europeans perceived low social mobility. Those who were poor perceived a low chance of their offspring moving up the social ladder. And therefore, a high income inequality meant that their children will be trapped with much lower expected economic status, resulting in lower levels of happiness. The inequality incentive is based on a 10-point scale where 1 represents income should be made more equal and 10 represents we need larger income differences as incentives for individual effort. This item suggests a certain perceived optimal level of inequality. A higher score suggests a preference for higher inequality, while a lower score, the opposite. The inequality incentive is based on a 10-point scale, where 1 represents income should be made more equal and 10 represents we need larger income differences as incentives for individual effort.